lots of ideas on their own related to politics or sex. Start conversation with what interests them. Things you have in common, like movies, fishing, cars, travel, businesses, something that you find something in common with them to get a conversation going. It can be a simple thing in how your children, you know, if a woman will meet somebody at the elevator, and just start a conversation on that. And establish a real sincere interest in what their likes are, how has the economy affected them, coping with high gas prices. Now you can start a really good conversation with them. Because once you have made that contact with them, and they're actually having economic problems, which most people do it today, you know, there's so many millions of people out of a job in the United States alone. You can start a conversation and work yourself into the water and into the business. Explain how they can overcome current economic conditions with body group sales from, which provide wealth, residual income for life. And that really is the most wonderful thing about this company, because I really think that this company will be around for all our time.
Amen.
Because of Edmund's sincerity and passion. And there's so many people here that I know personally that are very passionate about helping people. Have this one?
Yeah, I can't move it down.
That's all right. I don't have to read the bottom. It says the Dream Tree product will set a new worldwide trend of healthier, younger-looking generation combined with a wealth-creating business promise for success. I really believe that. When I first saw alkaline water and its potential, I said, one day, I don't know how much time, maybe another couple of years, maybe 5 years, one day, instead of regular bottled water, people will be carrying Dream Tree alkaline water. It will be a switch. They imagine it's a multi-billion-dollar business already, and when the switch comes through, and we're right in the thick of it, financially, to be a bonanza for all of us. Go ahead and go to the next slide. One next that part. Because of the some of the things that we're applying for the future of the Dream Tree, and to keep people on ownership and to keep people going forward, we've come up with a little application plan for becoming a trainer with Dream Tree, an official trainer for Dream Tree. Meaning that person is going to be trained, like you saw the overcoming objection, and the multitude of other things that go with the business of building a network market business for yourself. And this application is very simple. It is, if you put your name up there where it says name and completion date, when do you think you'll become a silver crystal? You will automatically be given the opportunity to become a trainer. That trainer, say for instance, you just have 3 persons that you recruited, but you need that 4th one to become a silver crystal, or maybe you only have 2. Then fill out the application, put a date on it when you think it's been a silver crystal, and bigger you'll be able to be accepted in school for training. Trainers will have their own badge, they will have their own shirts, they will have benefits where you get more money in the long run. You have many, many benefits. Remember, right now there's just a few people in the United States or in Dream Tree. Once we get bigger, you know, right now this is a small group. It's a big group we're using right now because we're getting started, and I'm thrilled to death that it's that many people here today. The thing about it is, when we get 10,000 people in the room, and there's going to need for so many trainers in the city, alone like Houston and San Antonio and other big cities, we have to have people that are able to explain the program, the marketing concept, the vision that Evan Chuck has for the company. And the only way that we can do that is if everybody speaks the same language, and that's all done through a training program. And here's the deal. If you want to become a trainer, and this has probably happened in November already, and you want to become a silver crystal, and even though you're not right now, you just fill it out, put the names down of the people that you already have, and put a date when you're going to finish your silver crystal. That's going to do 2 things. Number 1, we have one more person that's going to be a trainer with for Green Tree to help us grow into the future. Number two, that's going to give people a chance to become active and stay active, and that's going to help you if you have a big downline, because a lot of people go on auto-ship that wouldn't ordinarily go on auto-ship. Because in order to be a silver crystal, all these people here, the 4 that you recruit, and to each one that they recruit, 13 people on auto-ship in your downline. All the things in the future that will be coming forth from Green Tree will be a stair step. This is actually step number 2. We're working on step number 1, which will be 2 people on auto-ship. I won't go to that because it's a huge benefit that you're going to get from that. But this is the one that that's going to come down the pipe real soon. And if you want to, if you're interested to become a trainer, please see someone in the staff of Green Tree at your home office. And thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
That's all good. We got to take about 3. That's okay.
I didn't make that in this role.
You didn't need your glasses. You keep drinking that water.
I was reading.
Let me get this. Yeah, you can put if you have eye problems, put the water in your eyes. Put some drops in your eyes to block in the water. That'll help you out a lot. Let me see where we're at. Hang on. Just give me a sec. Was that good information or what? Huh? Great information, right? Keep learning, you keep growing, you keep learning, you keep growing, you keep learning, you keep growing. And you never give up and you never quit. Period. Okay, let me see where we're at on our schedule here. Oh, okay. Now, since we've got all the information about products and all the siting, all the testimonies, and all that, now, I don't think that was on. Okay. Anyway, now we're going to learn how to build the business so we can make some money, because we all agree that we need to make more money. We have the product, we have the vehicle, we have everything it takes, we have everything we need. Now we have to learn how do we build this business, Mr. V. Well, I'm going to bring up right now Steve Cook, and he's going to give us some ideas, about 5 or 10 minutes max. We're a little behind, but that's okay. We're trying to stay on schedule for all of you. He's going to tell us how to build the business.
Thank you, Mr. V. You're a great host.
Thank you.
All righty. Hi, guys. My name is Steve Cook. I'm back again. But let's talk a little bit about how to build this kind of business. Let me tell you a quick story. Now, I know we're looking at high schedule, so I'll be very brief. But okay. Yeah, Tom's going to talk about the compensation afterwards. Let's just talk about how you build this kind of business. You know, when I was a kid, my uncle got in the Amway business in the 60s, 1964. And I was like, I was 12, born in 51. I was 12 or 13 years old. And my parents were school teachers. And they just thought it was the weirdest thing because, he'd show up in the middle of the week in his big old long Cadillac, and had no schedule, and they just thought it was crazy, and he was making $10,000 a month in the 60s. That's a lot of money. That's like probably $100,000 now. So, but I didn't know anything about this kind of business. I was in the oil field business in the mid '90s, and there was a guy I was doing some work for Phillips Petroleum. And he had all this stuff in his car, and I got him to show me what he was doing. And he was doing that business. And so he showed it to me, and I saw the concept. And this is kind of funny. This is how little I knew about that kind of business. But I said, man, everybody ought to want to do that. So I called about 20 of my friends, and I said, hey, I want y'all to come look at the Amway business with me. And they went, no. And I didn't know anything about it. But to me, it was like, why wouldn't anybody want to do that business model? Okay? And because it just makes sense. Because guys, I had equipment, I had debt, I had employees. We made a lot of money, but that's all we did was work. And I come to find out, I didn't really own the business, it owned me. So that's how I learned about this type of business model. It makes sense to me. And everybody today is trying to use this kind of business model. So, we were talking about, I was sitting back there thinking, they want me to talk about how to build a business. Y'all been seeing how to do it all day. I tell people what it did for me. Like you hear all these testimonies. Guys, this kind of technology has only been in America about 5 or 6 years. You know, it's always been here, but it hasn't really been talked about that much. Actually, the Oriental countries have known the Edmonds technology or the water for like a generation, like 40 years. You know, when I first learned about this, I learned about the electric machines. And I don't want to get off into that, but that's what I first saw. But I knew it would work. And then I was introduced to Edmund, and I liked the natural, way better anyway. I mean, basically, from what I know about the water, it would take somebody years and years to copy what Edmund went through and learn how to make for his wife Jean. So you've really got, we're on the front end of a brand new technology. Nobody knows it's here. I mean, how many of you have gone out and asked people? I used to do this all the time. I'd say, Edmund, have you ever heard of hexagonal water? And they would go, who? And make up something kind of off the wall. Basically, hexagonal is hex is 6, and the water molecules that he clusters, they're 6-sided, and they absorb better. That's why they microcluster. Anyway, that's another story. But so I just used to ask people, like when I first got into this, and my finger got better, I got excited. I started telling everybody, about, I said, man, have you ever heard of hexagonal water, alkaline antioxidant water? Nobody's heard of this stuff, hardly. And even if they have, they don't know, and people just don't realize what this kind of water will change your whole body. It's amazing. Of course, you've heard the testimony. So basically, that's the number one thing I do, is just share it. I think it was Rebecca said, people don't know, so how are they going to find out? We got to tell them. Okay? And so, but basically, network marketing is like it works best when it's real simple. Real simple. Like when we first started doing this, me and Becky and all of us, we would go out and do these demonstrations. And I mean, you saw some of them today, but that's not duplicated. And we've learned that. It's great information, but like if you're a stranger on the street and I show you this, and I show you all these instruments that I got, and all that, you're going to go, it's just too much. Basically, this has got to be something simple that I can show Tom, he can show you, what I'm saying? And it's not that difficult to grasp. And basically, the more simple you make it, the better. I just ask if people have heard of hexagonal water just to get their attention. And that works real well, because nobody's ever heard of that. Most, I'd say 9 out of 100 still. So it's a very, very new technology. And here in America, everybody thinks water's water. They don't really know. Okay? So basically what we've learned, though, with Mr. Chun's technology, guys, is there anybody here? Would you go back to drinking water that you used to drink? Would you? No. I mean, you couldn't make me do it. Okay, so I'll never drink any other kind of water except this natural water that he's made. So when people come over to our side of the fence,